Hello, Twitch and or YouTube. It's been a little while. And I'm live. I am excited to be back streaming. My schedule has been very wild and wacky over the last few weeks. I'm actually, hopefully this weekend, leaving for a 2-week Spain trip with a conference, Web, which was supposed to be starting this week. I was supposed to be at React Summit US yesterday, but coming back from NodeConf EU, I got COVID. Hooray. Mild symptoms. Everything's fine. I'm just irritated. Missed React Summit US in person and had to push the trip back. So that's unfortunate. But anyway, things are going well on my end. I'm making my way through my personal backlog, stuff that just piled up this whole year. And one of the projects that I really wanted to give a little more love this year that I haven't had time for is Refined Saved Replies. Which, fun fact, is broken, even though it's live on the web store. It's got a failing task there. I need to set up the contributors token. Whoops. Anyway, in theory, it's supposed to make it so that if you have a .github/replies.yml file in your repo, like this one, then that's supposed to show up in your repository replies, and you click the Save Replies button. Let's expand a bit. There we go. Unfortunately, GitHub changed the UI, and they changed it to a modal, the worst among the worst of the UI patterns. So now I have to fix this thing. Hi, Demian. How's it going? So I'm annoyed by that. I'm more annoyed that they changed it to a modal. I understand, like, this is a Chrome or browser extension. There's no guarantee that the page is never going to change. I'm glad they're working on things, but I'm annoyed that it's a modal of all the UI constructs. Like, why does this have to block the freaking page? It's so annoying. Rude. I'm good. I'm annoyed, but I'm good. I'm also happy to be back at home streaming. Life is good. All right, so yeah, my tasks today are, first I want to just fix the dang thing. So this issue here. Then if I have time, if this doesn't take the entire stream or more, I'd like to also pick up a pull request that was started on, that the person didn't have time to also publish this to Firefox. Not merge, where is it? Add support for Firefox, Shalt, Neathling. They got started, they just didn't have time to get it through. Have I used the Arc browser? You know what? I tried it out a while ago, and it never stuck with me. Nope, that's Arc Dev. Do you use it? Are you a big fan? The browser company? Yeah, no, thanks for the reminder. I've been meaning to try it out. It's been quite a while. I'm going to off screen see if I have a record of when I last tried it. Yeah, I last tried it over a year ago, July of 2022. Yeah, there we go. So I got in and then I tried it and I was like, this is fine. So soon. I'm glad you like it. What do you like about it? I'm curious. What is it about this browser? As I get my dev set up, started here, posting on the socials. Shout out, Blue Sky no longer reliably gives a little red arrow when I post a reply. That's good. Good job, Blue Sky. You work. Tabs management shortcuts. That does sound good. Let's warp. I'm in light mode today. Eat it, haters. Here we go. Git checkout main. It's been so long that I don't even remember how to get started working on this thing. Development, C contributing, then development.md. So development.md. Sorry, Darren. You know, I'm actually going to switch to dark mode. I realized most of my videos were traditionally in dark mode. And it's just easier for a lot of people to see dark mode. So I decided I'm gonna consistently do dark mode from now on. It's also easier for me because I got like the lighting set up here. So, oh well. No more of that poignant statement. All right, so run esbuild locally in watch mode to continuously build. npm build watch. Using local builds. Okay, so Chrome has load and unpacked extension. That's right. Go to Chrome extensions in a new tab. Refined Saved Replies. I'm removing my own installation because I don't want to get in the way too at once. Oh no, access errors. Ooh, load unpacked. Repos. Refined Saved Replies. What was it? Does it not say? Extension directory. This repository's directory is an extension. Okay. Ooh, arc is done. Load unpacked. Refined Saved Replies. Sweet. I'm going to pin that. What are my thoughts on Rescript? This got asked a few weeks ago by someone else, I feel like. It's the language, right? Formerly Reason. Yeah, I think it's a really great language. I've heard only good things about it, but it's not interoperable with JavaScript as a standard. Like, yes, it compiles to JavaScript, but it's like such a different ecosystem and a different type system than like what TypeScript uses that it's just like a huge gap, like a gap to go between, not like there's a feature gap. So, yeah, I don't know. Looks really cool. Kind of a walled garden more than TypeScript. I don't know how to phrase that in a way that doesn't come across as insulting. I'm sorry if there are any Rescript devs who are like, that's inaccurate. I'm sure it's wonderful. Hey, TypeScript's type system is pretty good, but it has constraints. Like it's working with JavaScript directly like that. That means you have to have some trade-offs, right? Life is hard. Anyway, let's look at the extension. So source, there's no index. It's content script. That's how extensions work. Yeah, trade-offs. All right, so what we're doing here is let's load this actually in a new window. GitHub.com, Joshua, Refined Saved Replies. Annoying. There's no good like management for. I want to have this not come up when I switch around. Whatever. Let's see. So issues no longer works. So what I want to do is get the dev. Oh my God, shush. Get the dev tooling from Refined Saved Replies. How do I do that again? So like seeing the logs. Inspect views. No active views. What? Wait, this is a content script. So I should be able to say like console.log running and then main triggered, right? So if I do that, the content script is still running and build. If I update, does it run? Aha, it does. Yay. Good for me. So the main does trigger, and I'm gonna ignore the like weird responsiveness issues there. Ooh, do I have a recommended way to bundle TS packages? V is great. Yeah, it depends on your use case, but I personally use my own thing for templating all my repos, create TypeScript app. About to hit 500 stars. Proud of that. And it has a very straightforward usage of TSUP, TSUP, which is really nice. That's like a very straightforward, works out of the box bundler. You can do things like, I want ESM as the output, and these are my entry files. Ignore test files. Don't bundle, just like plop them all in there. Yay. Can I just filter to Refined Saved Replies? I don't want. How do I get Refined GitHub to shut up? I guess I'll just disable it. Can I disable without actually... There we go. Nice. All right, so what I want to do is, how does it, I'm like remembering now how this works. So if there is an open save replies button, we're able to continue. If not, we should shove about it and return. So let's check. Is it still? Actually, I'm just going to add some logs here so I can check all this at once. So let's log the button. Let's log user or organization, repository, issue, or PR. I'm just logging all of these things that I might care about. Let's log the default branch. Log replies, URL, replies, response. Awesome. So I'm just going through these steps here, logging all this stuff that the extension's supposed to try. Let's refresh, see where it poops out, if anywhere. And, oh, I should put this earlier because I'm guessing that's why it's not logging, that the button's never found. Yep, it's null. So I need to update this getElement by ID to see what is this button now called. Oh boy, it doesn't have that ID anymore. It's labeled something else. Data show dialog ID. Document query selector. This. That's how you do a query selector on an attribute. Save replies, menu, new comment field, dialog. What a convoluted way to call it. Aria labeled by equals tooltip. What's the tooltip? That's a tooltip 4 equals. The tooltip describes it with a shadow root as save replies. Okay. So now in my console, did I type that in wrong? Oh, I forgot to update the extension. All right, we get the button. Yay, look at this. So we get the button. We log that, yes, it is issue or pull request 161, repository refined saved replies, user org Josh, YK Goldberg, D for branch main. We get the replies response. Ooh, let's, I wonder, does this work now? No. But we do get all that information, so I'm just going to get rid of all my logs. So we know these are all good. Let's log replies body, replies configuration, new comment field. Then let's add, clicked the on open thing. Update, see where that goes. So the reply configuration, yep, this all looks good. They didn't change any of the APIs around getting the replies. So body, image, you checked blah, 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 blah. Name, yep, that all looks good. So I'm happy about that. Don't need these. Add a listener to modify the save reply bot drop down upon creation. So we're looking for this new comment field. What is that? Clicked on the open thing. Aha, so we are successfully launching that. When the whatever button is clicked, we do react to the dialog opening. I don't actually remember. What is new comment field? What is that? Field ID equals new comment field? Whatever. Let's go to it. Can I go to it in elements? Aha. So this is the new, why are we asking for new comment field? Clicked on the open thing. Why are we only adding this listener if there's a click on the new comment field? Wouldn't we want to add it there? Let me just reload. Click. I don't know why that works, but it works, so I'm just going to roll with it. Oh, wait a second. So this comment's actually kind of we only so this is like kind of a red herring. Not really related to the main story. Don't as a precaution, don't continue if there's no comment field to add replies to reply in. Okay, so that's just a comment improvement. All right, so what's actually happening is on the open save replies button, we add this listener, and then we remove the listener when we're done with it. So what's happening here? Yeah, so now we're changing. This is where it's probably way different. That previously we were looking at for the drop down, and that just doesn't exist anymore. What we want to do is add to somewhere in here. I see there's this list item with a UL. Ooh, a focus group. Labeled save replies, and now I can actually add more save replies to that. Isn't that fun? I love this. All right. I'm just checking things. Okay. So what I want to do is, let's see. Actually, let me just update and refresh. Make sure I'm on the latest of everything. Click that button. So we're looking for the container that contains these lists. So I'm gonna say that that's actually what is that? How do I query for that? I guess it's like the parent to the UL, but it's really like a focus group. I guess I can do like div.overlay body fuzzy lists focus group. Two D's there. And then it's focus group. I don't know what mnemonics means here. Focus group div, which is a data view component. So that's like the menu there. Let's update. Oh yeah, I should log this. Let's see what happens. Update, then refresh the page. That, what? Huh. Aha! Look at this. It adds the thing. I need to update my markdown, but does the search work? Yeah. So I probably want to make this look more like it's actually on the page. Zoom out my DevTools just a moment. So yeah, I need to now copy the markdown that we're using here. So let's see. It's actually so that one actually looks fine. That repository replies one. Select menu divider. Do those do anything? Yes, they do. Does JS divider do anything? No, it doesn't. So I can remove that class. It's just select menu divider. So like a common utility tailwind style, like padding something class I can use here. I wonder. Ooh, MB2. I see in another class. Let's give it that. MB4. Haha. So MB is probably margin bottom, so MT for top two. Yeah. Can I just give M2 for like margin, or MY2 for margin Y? Yeah. But I just like MT2. So let's give it divider MT2. So now I want to give a list of repository replies, which means I'm seeing all these utility classes I made. Oh boy. I'm making a button for each of them, giving it a click event list or whatever. All right, so now I'm making a UL, and I want to give this UL or on a list the same styling as this list. Same with the LIs, which means I want to give it class equals JS save reply blah 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 action list wrap, whatever they have here. Let's see what they're giving their list, the UL. Role is list, not none. Oh, whoops, I put the class name on the wrong thing. Role is list, not none. Aria label equals, so I'm going to give it a repository replies. Actually, I wonder if that aria label should be from the div that I'm adding before. Yeah. So I'm going to call that like repository replies label. And then I'm going to call the repository replies with that ID and call it a label. Oh, wait, wrong thing. Shoot. Oh, yeah, no, that's right. For each of the menus, which is really just the one here, probably, there might be another one in responsive mode, I'm going to give the label that ID. All right, let's update and see how it looks. Save replies. All right, it's close. What the heck is happening? Oh, boy. That looks awful. What happened here? It's like, it's hard to see, but there's no... Oy. That list is wrong in some way. It's an LI with a single button in it for the single one. Create a new repository reply. Did I add that in? Yeah, I'm going to say we don't want that right now. We don't need that. But yeah, there's an LI with the label on top of it. And why is the padding so different here? Oh, so is this label inline or something? What is this? All right, so I see that the styling got messed up by switching it from a div to a label. So can you do like HTML label role? Introduction. Is there a label role? If only an accessibility person were here to yell at me. Yell the answer out. NDN role. What are the different roles? Label. Ooh, section head. Should not be used by web. Okay. And use div as HTML use div as label accessibility. Is this like a thing? No role that is appropriate for this that I can think of. I might just ask later. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, instead of using a label, I'll just like to do, is there a better way? I can think on this later, because what I really want is for this to not look all weird and different. Oop. Boop. There it is. So there we go. That looks nice. And then the issue now is that I'm using different classes, so the indentation is off. So what I want to do is to, God, I'm going to have to basically duplicate whatever structure they're using here. So let's see. Children is the button. All right, so the button itself has class name. Does it even have? Okay, there we go. Action list content. That's new. That's different. The button then contains a span with let's see. Oh, it's got. I'm just gonna go ahead and comment out all my existing children. It's got 2 children. Span and another span. Data view component is true. Class name. Action list item visual -- trailing. Whereas the first one is data view component true. The second one isn't. First one is class name description wrap. Looking now down here. What's it yelling about? All right, then this this span contains children. Create elements. Another span. Look at you, GitHub, with your 50 million spans. Good for you. Be your best self. Another data view component true. No idea what that means. Just putting in there to be like them. And then we have this class name. And then the children is the text. What is the mustache.render reply.name details? That's what I was using before. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, you know, I'll just put the second span in there while I'm here. Okay, wait. So this one has the label truncate. So this is the label, and then there's also a second span. Children mustache dot render. I think this is reply dot details. Reply dot body details. Just seeing what I'd written previously down there. And then its class name is action list item description. Actually, it's span. Oh my gosh. Is another span. Why does GitHub's Markdown have so many spans? That's like not what we like. So ID is, I'm not going to put ID. Aria hidden, true, data view component, true, class name, truncate, JS saved reply body. Oh my gosh, so much. And then there is one more children element, one more child, which is a span, data view component, true, children, which is the actual body. Oh my gosh. So much nested markdown. What are they doing? What's happening? So that's this fella. That's the first span child of the button. While I'm here, I might as well keep going. Wait. What was that? Oh, so the button's second span child is just a label, but I actually don't want a label. It's like the shortcut thing, but it'll be a to-do for me to add support for shortcuts. See if that even works, or can be made to work. Okay. What a fun situation. Let's see what happens here. Save replies. Ooh. Nice. What happens when I click? Does it still work? Oh my gosh, look at that. It works. Ha! That's so nice. It works. And it's got my cute little meme here. My little Maury. Wow. All right. So I can rest happy. Yeah, still got a little more work to do, but this is pleasing. So previously I had appended a child offering, hey, do you want more saved replies? Now I see there's a different UI for that. So what I'm going to do is, okay, first of all, this modal is freaking tiny. There's no reason why this needs to be so small. Why is this modal tiny? GitHub, what are you doing? It's like bad UI design. Overlay size medium. Why is it size medium? Where's the class? What happens if I change it to size? Yeah, hey Kevin. It's a freaking eye exam over here. There we go. So size large. What if I just give this modal dialog a style of like height 80% important? Can I do that? Or like 80 viewport height? What the? Come on, buddy. What do you? 800px important? It's not doing. Well. Let's look at the computed. Why is it so small? That's what she said. Max height. Max height 80 viewport importance. So here I'm saying give it 100% height maximum to like calc, let's say 100 viewport height minus 2 rem, let's say. So a little bit of padding around, let's say minus 5 rem. There you go. Much better. So I can get rid of my console logs. So we're going to add the new replies. Also, because the modal is too tiny, let's also yeah. Yeah, I'm going to say also, because the modal is by default too tiny, let's make it bigger. So I can just add an event here. I don't care. But const modal container equals documents.query selector. What's the thing I'm looking for? Kevin, how's it going? Haven't chatted in a little while. Modal dialog. Modal.style.height. Yeah, I'm just gonna bang that. Modal.style. All right, let's get it as HTML in. Modal.style.height equals 100%. Style max height is calc 100 VH minus 5 rem. There you go. Ooh. I've been hearing a lot of things about 11T recently. People seem to really like it. Why are you yelling at me? Because this thinks they're the same. I'm going to disable it on the next line. All right. You heard good things about 11T. Save replies. Nope. Did it crash or something? Let's give that modal a nice little log friend. Modal's there. Height 100%. Max height. Oh, does this need to be important? No? Am I on the wrong element? Oh, it's not the modal dialog. It's, oh, I guess it's something else. What is this? Am I looking at the wrong thing? For const modal of document.query selector all as HTML element array, maybe? Just allow that. There we go. Yeah, okay. So loop over all the modals created. Make sure that they all have the right styles. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, 11T looks pretty great. I've been using Astro for mine, and it's pretty nice. But I've been meaning to try it 11T. That's great, though. I'm glad you found a thing you like that works for you. It can be surprisingly difficult. Awesome. Well, okay, one annoyance here is this thing MT2 doesn't seem like enough. I want like MY2 because not enough padding from it in the bottom, I think. What's below it? So let's change that, see what it looks like changing MT to MY. That's a little nicer. Yeah, this is fine. Oh yeah, I was gonna add another another one of these. Create a new save reply. Yeah, let's make a let's make another one of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm just basically going to copy and paste. I don't know what that sentinel is, but I'm gonna copy and paste here just so I have, oh gosh, that plus is an inline SVG. That's not good. Yeah, I'm just going to say, take that on later. Repository replies. Really hate losing features. Guess I'll add it. But we're adding this to a different place. We're saying for each reply, is this extension using the GitHub API, OctoKit or OctoCat? I forget. I believe it's just using the REST API. Yeah, it's just using the REST API. And actually, if you're interested, there is an issue on the issue tracker for using, where is it? Using like the GraphQL or some other API, because the REST API gives 404 errors if something is not found, which I don't like because it's not technically an error. So, yeah, if you're interested. Actually, let me just paste that into the chat. Boop. Yeah, just REST calls, await fetch and such. Okay, so I'm seeing here that what I need is a step 8, which is add a button below the at the bottom of the modal. Add a second button at the bottom modal for adding more. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, personal CMSs are awesome. All right. So what I want to do is I want to add this, which means I'm gonna have to find who is the parent of this friend. The parent is the modal dialog. Oh. So what I'm going to do actually is this. And then const. Okay, so I'm just going to move this into the existing handler. So I guess only happening once. I hope it won't mess with the modal styles. We'll have to see. Hopefully it's okay to do this only once. So okay, so modal.append child create elements with my silly little create elements writer. Eventually, I'll probably just migrate this to use like a custom JSX factory or something. And what we want is this thing that I've copied here, which is a div. And just for now, I'm going to say children testing hello. See how that works. No testing hello. Update. Ha! There you go. All right. Close enough. Let's give it the element attributes it needs. We got a whole bunch of stuff here. Div a span svg span. Fun. So now I'm just moving these along. True, class name, that children is not testing hello, it is create element A with href to do, I'll figure that out. Data view component, true. Oops. Class name is this chungus here. Actually, I don't want to cut. I'll just keep that there for reference. Pop, pop, pop. Great. And that A contains the other stuff. Actually, wait. This is the href I want. That's great. That means, oh yeah, I want target blank because it should open a new tab. And I can now get rid of all this existing code commented out. Makes it a little easier to create my new stuff. Children. It's just the one span. Why not? GitHub, your markdown kind of sucks. Too many intermediary spans. This is not good for performance or page weight. I'm sure there's a reason why this is all done the way it is, but the end result is suboptimal. And then this span has two children. That's an array, both of which are element span. The first one is a little more complicated, so I'll just do the second one first. It's got a class name, button, label, and its children is create a new repository reply. So actually, I'm going to do the same to-do approach from before, just to make sure it's all working. To-do hi. See how this looks. Reloaded. Reloaded. Nope. I don't like how that didn't work the first time I clicked. Okay. Well, we'll see if that bug persists. And then that first one is with this ridiculous SVG with the inline. Annoying. In theory, I could pull it from the page. Practice, that's kind of a lot of work. So oh wait, did this have a class? Yes. Yeah, I don't want to keep redoing this, so I'm gonna actually just clone this from the existing thing in the document. Children is document.query selector .button visual button leading visual. Oh no, it's modal .query selector. You can query within. So like a clone. True. Gonna bang that for now. Disable my lint complaints. I think that's a good enough query. I'll say like A and then has a child like that. Okay. Close enough. Update. Updating. Updated. Refresh. Nope. 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 Cannot be property of null. Reading clone node. Oop. So it's crashing. Oh, I messed up the class name. No space in there. Update. Reload. No. Is this working? Time to debug. So does the modal dialog have an A? Does that have an A that contains a button visual? No, it doesn't. So that's unfortunate. Let's comment this stuff out. Hey. That's so weird. So it looks like there's like a weird timing race conditioning thing here. If I set timeout just to do it like on next tick, does that work? What's this complaining about? Hey, it does. Awesome. So that avoids a rendering issue. I'm guessing this is like loaded in slightly asynchronously. Surely this set timeout won't come back to haunt me later. Great. I want a little more padding on this little label. So let's actually, I do like MY, was it? Can we do like PY too? Is that doable? I guess I can just test that in the dev. Oh, that's not good. Well, let's just check the PY for now. PY2? Nope. PY? PB2? Nope. Oh well. Console. Click. Don't need the debugger. Why? How is it working and then also? So it must be running multiple times. So clicked, or maybe it's for each modal, or for each reply categories detail menu. Console log modal. Update. Verticus, welcome. Yeah, CSS roulette, trying to figure out what's going on. It's a pin in the chat. I have an extension that's supposed to add save repository replies, like per repo replies on GitHub. And GitHub recently updated the UI in a way that broke my random extension. So now I'm trying to figure out how to get it working again. And I've mostly gotten it. Just, oh dear. I see the issue. So yeah, I'm like manually adding an HTML elements, and what's broken right now is that I checked. Okay, so apparently there are multiple modal dialogues open. I need specifically the modal dialogue for save replies. So I can modify my modal selector. Where is it? Modal dialogue. Save replies, menu, new comment field dialogue. Booyah. So updates, refresh, and hit save replies. No console complaints. Yay. Good, good. And this works in fancy schmancy zoomed in mode. Click. Yay. What the heck? That's weird. Zoomed me back to the top. I don't know if that's a GitHub bug or my extension. So let's great. See if GitHub still experiences that bug. Shout out GitHub. Slowly getting worse over the years in terms of core web user experience. A little bug there. Menu, save replies. It didn't work. Menu, save replies. My thingy is broken. Clicked, question mark. Okay, so it was clicked. Love me some console log debugging. Sometimes it's preferable to use console log debugging. Yeah, ain't everything. Because the act of putting a breakpoint in, pausing the main control flow, changes how that control flow ends up. So let's see. Is it that when I click in this like mobile zoomed in view, there's no God, that's so annoying. Oh my word. So there's no reply categories details menu. Okay. Let's see. If I were to do the same query now, does it satisfy anything? Okay. So, wait. I'm just going to write a get soon. I'm going to write a function for this. Sync get soon, and then similar here. Get soon. So just function get soon. Callback T. I guess this doesn't need to be that. This is just set timeout. To do think of async flow better. Yeah. AI is definitely a solution to all GitHub's issues, such as core user experience. For const for let I equals 0, I less than 5, I plus equals 1. Const result equals await, callback if results return results, await new promise, resolve set timeout, resolve I times 2. Yeah, so what this does is this is doing await callback, oh yeah, for a promise of t. So what we're doing here is we're trying something on an exponential decay where oh yeah, no, the callback isn't getting something asynchronously. The callback doesn't need to be awaited. If there's a result, we get it. Otherwise, we wait for, let's see, 0, and then, I don't know, what is it? 0, 1, 4, 9, 16. I guess let's do I less equals 5, I less than 10, whatever. So the first, you know what, let's start at 2. Yeah, let's just do 0, whatever. The very most we're going to wait is 100 milliseconds, so it's fine. So just like trying slightly slower between each tick each time to get that same thing. And my God, what the fudge? But but it's truthy because the list is 0. So what we want to do is look at this cute little trick I'm getting. If results, so the callback is returning t. If results dot length Haha, generics. What? Soon should return promise of T. Callback is giving back T. Throw new error. Never found. There we go. To do, think of async handling. Keith MS Codes, welcome. Thanks for coming over. I would love to know how closely to what I'm complaining about are you working on. Obviously, I'm a big fan of the GitHub thing, as I'm a full-time open source developer and all my projects are on GitHub. So thanks for working on all this stuff. That makes me able to work on things. But yeah, so GitHub has a save replies feature, which is really nice, but super limited. It hasn't, to my knowledge, been seriously iterated on in quite a few years. What I specifically want is per repository save replies. So you could do something like vaguely what I've implemented here in this Chrome or browser extension. You add a .github/replies YAML file to your repo, and then this, by the way, you see this bug? So annoying in mobile view. And then this menu gives you not just the save replies for your personal account, but also, oh my God, get the save replies for that repo. Super useful and saves me a lot of time because I have different save replies based on each repo, the tone we use to maintain that repo, the different resources and dev docs for each one. So clearly duplicate, pruning style issue and so on. I want that per repo, or even per org would be cool too. So yeah, that's what this is. The pinned in the chat is the link to the issue of that, the new GitHub web UI updates that changed this to a modal broke the extension, which makes sense, right? The extension is built on the HTML changes. Cool, yay, I'm glad that makes sense. Can I also express severe displeasure to you that it's a freaking modal? Why a modal? There's no need, from a user experience standpoint, there's no need to block me interacting with the rest of the page. I've manually changed the modal to be big here. By default, it's smaller and needs scrolling. I'm also curious, was it a cost-cutting measure? Does this new design system subset that we're moving to not yet have that drop-down? Is that drop-down bad for accessibility? What's going on? Does it work for anyone if they have the extension? Yeah, all you need to do is visit a repo that has a .github/replies YAML. It should work on any repo for anyone. As long as it can access that YAML file through what is right now just the fetch API@github.com. Beautiful. So it works in desktop mode. So actually, I'm going to... Cool. Makes sense. I'm going to web UI update. And fix got working again. See, this is the problem with UI. It always ends up being very difficult to do the right thing because there's so many nuanced implications. My condolences, you now have to deal with this and people like me complaining. In new GitHub web UI. Oop, I keep forgetting. I need to get that. I don't know why. My laptop, I successfully set up my keys to autofill here. I don't know why. Probably mismatched email or something. All right. And I like posting a work in progress PR so I can get a link. Did you see? Yeah, dude, dude, I assume some personality or whatever here. Yeah, the selector I'm using is gnarly. It's not good. A lot of to-do in progress here, hence the squigglies from linting. Don't even get me started. But yeah, this is the current query selector I'm using. Please yell at me that there's a better one. Drago, thank you for the raid. Drago. Welcome. I'm actually just about to push a work in progress PR. Gets it working with minimal changes in the new modal world with minimal changes. It's going to change in a week or two, I think. Haha, isn't that great for me? Well, thanks for the heads up. I'm going to be on vacation, traveling in 2 weeks with a conference at the end of it. So I think that might happen during the conference. I'm going to Way Web. Ah. Oh. Hey, that's you. Haha. I love people who put descriptions like bad at JavaScript. That always cracks me up. Ooh, switching to native dialogue. That's awesome. That's really exciting. So I'm just gonna do thanks for the heads up, Keithamus. Isn't that great? Oh, you got some implicit any's. Let me know if you want help with the TypeScript stuff. Yeah, I'm actually curious, Keith. Did you how did you make this shockingly good connection here? Did someone post somewhere that some other person is complaining about GitHub dialogues and you were like, that's my life? That's so funny. Okay. A snitch. Snitches get GitHub points. Yeah. Anyway, let me post on social media. I love it. When I was at Codecademy, I led the accessibility initiative there. Started and led for a while. And yeah, dialogues and modals were like one of our biggest pain points. And I don't think we, while I was there, ever solved them. That and the header randomly was difficult. Mostly working. Emojis are still weird on Elk. Their text editor. This weirdness. You got this, Elk. It's with the variable widths, I think. Oh, thanks, Oliver. Are dialogues modals? Oh my gosh. I feel like I used to have an answer for this. Just some oddities around the mobile view timing, and also I need to clean up the code. Keith, are you on things? I want to give you a shout out here. Where's the PR? Sorry for like randomly internet stalking you. Oh, you're on all sorts of things. Nice. You're on Twitch. Let me shout out. Bon, good. Reverend Thought Crew. Great. Where is my social thingy? Thanks for dropping it. Yeah, so just like I always hesitate to complain about in existence products because I recognize that like this is in progress. You have a lot of legacy code. Like everyone has a lot of legacy code to deal with. It's not like we can just make everything great and why isn't it great? But there is some. Are you on Blue Sky? There you are. There is some pain on my end from this. Like the save replies does not support the thing that I really needed to. Like I don't give a hoot about my personal user replies. I need per repo ones. And then, yeah, like GitHub, it's super interesting position y'all are in with this like weird mix of, what is the mix? I'm curious. It's like some React, was it some React, some web components, something like that? Also, tell the Save Replies team I said hi. I also say hi to you and everyone else there. I don't know anyone, but I just like saying hi. Anyway, posting the PR in the chat. Boop. Love it. Yeah, that's not an easy situation to be in, right? Like all of those are shaking underneath your feet. Like web components are great, and I'm told had like a shockingly high enterprise adoption, but like there's a lot of wrapping around them that's changing. React and Rails, of course, are changing. What a world we live in. Boop. Okay. Anyway, getting back to this, I need to figure out why is this not working nicely in the mobile view, because it's working nicely in the full view, but then if we switch, oh, by the way, I don't know if this is a bug or what. I mean, it is a bug. I don't know if this is a known thing or not, but if I click that menu, yeah, that scrolly goes all the way up. So if we hit save replies, having previously clicked it works. But okay, I just refreshed. Let's go back to the menu, scroll back down, save replies. Doesn't work. Ugh, if you can fix it, that would be lovely. I know better than to ask for fixing it in the next 5 minutes. I shudder to fear a world in which we can deploy that quickly in response to a Twitch stream. But yeah, that'd be great. Yes, please. All right, so click. Save replies. Why is it resolving with the 0? Thought I did a await get soon. Console log results. I feel like I remember experiencing this, that like it is literally 2 different elements, which is why I'm looping over the dialogues. It's my instinct. Oops. Oh, did I not refresh after writing the soon thing? Menu, scroll down, save replies. Aha, there we go. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, look at that. Waits until it plops into the world. Lovely. So actually, we wait. I 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So actually, let weighted equals 0. After weighted, I just want to see experimentally how many ticks it took for this to come in. Refresh menu. Save replies. So it took 140 ticks, so like 1/10 of a second to load in. So we probably don't need to start at 0. We can probably start at or wait, actually, I guess starting at 0 makes sense. Doesn't hurt anything, and then I'm gonna say I times 2. Then just wait till 100. I want a really quick tick. I don't want it to like wait a long time. All right. Also, let's get rid of all these console logs. I'm not a fan of my crap logging all the time. So yeah, I think this is good. Actually, Keith, while and if I have you, I'm manually recreating the GitHub UI. So there's a better way to do that. Let me know. If like Primer is something I can just embed in a Chrome extension. But yeah, it's working. This pleases me. And there we go. Yeah, if you're talking to the Save Replies team, cool. Awesome. Let me, I'm going to file an issue on the repo to do that because I never actually looked into this. Oh, wait, no, I already have that. Yeah. So if anyone wants to, clean up. Confirmed on chat that in theory, Twitch stream chat, that in theory one should be able to use. Just gonna thanks, Keith. Unless going to run with the assumption that this is technically doable, marking as accepting PRs. Note that, note also thanks again. The specifics of which components or specifics are named what do change over time, e.g. details, menu, fuzzy, list, etc. are changing. I'll try to remember to update this as PRs come into this repo. Yeah, so I'll probably have to just remember to update this as this PR comes in. No, really, thank you. This is really, really helpful. I appreciate you hopping on. Confirmed. The right way to do what I'm trying to do now is directly using the GitHub design system. Updated the issue. Okay, cool. So what do I gotta do? I gotta clean up my code. I already have a bunch of like to-do handling for rejection. So do I have an issue for that yet? Parallel call. Aha, that's issue 2. So I'm just gonna what did I? There we go. So what's happening right now? So I'm not just typing and not being clear. I have a lint rule enabled here. One of the types should be a one saying promise, like a function that creates a promise, an async function, shouldn't be passed to a place that doesn't know the promise might be returned, doesn't know it's an async function. For example, if this function is called and rejects asynchronously, like what'll happen? Right now, nothing. Just a little console warn. So I have a to-do for finding some nice way to standardize this handling. But okay. Elements was never found. Oh yeah, so for accessibility, to-do investigate use the built-in GitHub design system primer. Which is issue, what was it again? Number 4. Oh yeah. Let's give that the proper title actually. Clean up. Yay. So silly. All right. A lot of comments. Marticus, go code. Blah. Go code. Blah. Cleaned up comments and async timing. Cool. Git push. So this makes me happy. See, does it work on PR? Yes, it does. Choice stress. Just do the first one. I'm currently very confident in my yelling out at the crowd abilities. Still works after update, please. No, god dang it. Hey. Save replies. Okay, so some weird timing issue there. I feel like I have an issue for that already. Also, I still have our console log floating. Okay, so wait until the page actually loads and it works. Okay, where's my console log? There it is. Yeah, isn't it so much easier to not make your own choices in life? Goodbye, console. Oh yeah, anyone from GitHub, if you're still here. I feel bad calling you out, Keith. I'm sorry. There's a save replies component I could monkey patch. Okay, amazing. Let me merge this PR, and then let's yeah. If you're up for showing me or sending me that, I would love that. Oh yeah, just feedback to the save replies team. The modal is too small. Like for what I'm trying to do. Maybe not in general, but I'm sure if I put my own personal replies in there, it would be too small. Like this is tiny, you know? Actually, wait, maybe that's dumb feedback. Testing long reply. Let me confirm before I start just pooping on existing software. Where's the Lipsum generator? Ooh, I do like how it brings me back to the page. Okay, save reply. Yeah, why is this? Why is this without my UI's updates? Why is this like not the full page? Like even if I disable my extension, refresh, and do a save reply, why does it only take up this very limited one? Like let's add a new save reply. Another testing. Okay, let me see again. Yeah, this feels like a lot of screen real estate that could have been used. Which is why in my fancy schmancy extension I just added some styles. Boop. Oh. Oh, right, I commented them out. Ha ha. Oh no, I have a spell checker complaint. There we go. Okay. That makes me happy. Anyway. Cool. Oh, right. I needed to think of a sync flow. Yeah, I don't know. The set timeout seems to be necessary too. I mean, it looked, this is a guess, I'm not saying for sure, but it looked to me like there were just only some certain presets for the modal and none of them was like full screen max, but like I did not look deeply at all. Actually, GitHub primer modal. Can I just dialogue? Is modal dialogue the same thing? Portrait? Huh. Yeah, so it looks like it should be a portrait one. I don't know. I don't know these things. Cool. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I wanted to explain the set time, but then I realized, like, wait a second. Const leading visual. The wait get soon. Modal dot query selector all. So now I don't need the plus icon like set timeout code. I can just natively have that asynchronous. Beautiful. Add a oh, have I used mutation observers before? Yeah, I think this repo used to use a mutation observer. I don't know why this this stops. Stops? Yeah, I think it was that it was just easier. Like, yes, mutation observers would technically be like the more hyper efficient, right? Like exactly when the DOM is updated. But there, if I'm remembering right, I think what happened was there were like a few ticks or like re-renders that would like sometimes end up happening on the like React / web components side. So what I ended up needing to do anyway was just wait for the last thing, like wait for the results to be there. So at the end of the day, I was just using a mutation observer with a timeout anyway. I think that's what happened, but I'm not sure. I don't quite recall. I'm actually curious now. MVP works EA. No mutation observer. Default branch. Huh, this code has changed less than I thought over time. No, you're absolutely right. Like whenever I see anyone else doing what I'm currently doing, like with these like weird like wait for it to exist, I'm like, come on, there's got to be an API to hook into or mutation to observe or something. Like, what the hell are you doing? Eh. Good suggestion, though. Thank you, and I appreciate you looking out for me. I don't like this extensions code. It's just like a vague hackery. We're just lucky I'm using TypeScript for it. Clone of the. There's already a new reply button, so partially add an equivalent for this repository for saved reply. There should already be a saver and an equivalent button for writing a saver reply. Okay, so that's the clone there. Just making sure that that works. Yeah, every time I look at this code, I'm like, cool. Oh, thank heavens. Okay. Yeah, I have another issue filed for like all up looking at the accessibility of my thing, but it's close enough. Right. Let me actually just make sure that editor does work. Yep. Oh yeah, another feature for the Save Replies team is that I'm using Mustache to render. And Mustache renders with the details from the GitHub API. I thought that was cute. So like I can fill in like @author in my like snarky like you should have read the contributing docs thing. Used get soon for plus icon. I don't love the get soon function either. Like it's kind of weird that it like assumes a length and then I use it for a single thing, query selector all. So yeah, let me actually just yeah, because it's only used twice, I'm not going to clean up. Like in theory, I could like make it take in a validator or like do different validations if it's a node list or whatever. But yeah, whatever. Node or a node list. Let's call it value. If value and not value length. Let me actually check. Can you ask is a node selector? I don't know. Let's look for a modal dialog. What instance of node? Does that work? Okay, you can ask if it's an instance of node. Can you ask if it's let stuff equals document selector all? I'm just playing around. Stuff instance of node list. Huh, you can. Okay, that's nice. So if value and either it value if it exists and either it's not an instance of node list or value length. What is happening with my syntax highlighting here? Oh my god, I said value but I meant results. Let's rename that to results. It's really not a callback, it's a getter. Node or node list or null. Yeah, so if the result exists and either it's not a node list or it has length, we return it. So that's, love me some generics. That means that we should be able to use the slightly less ridiculous API. Oh, I'm sorry. Is the internet being poopy? Does this work better? Sorry about that. Thank you for speaking up. Anyway, just to recap what happened. Get soon, I changed it to be generic. So, right, I changed its type parameter value to extend from node or node list or null, and then we are a little more smart about checking whether the results exists. Also, I feel like I saw someone use like a more built-in promisey thing around set timeout, but whatever. Also, there's no reason to I times 2 since I'm already rating up to 100. And under 16, I think I is just going to default to 1 tick anyway. I feel like I remember reading somewhere about how like node defaults to 2 or 4 or something. I don't remember. Anyway, also, we have fancy emojis. Let's use them. Update the extension. Refresh. Replies. It works. It works. Thanks for posting, Joshua K. Goldberg. Love it. This makes me happy. Git add all status. Cleaner get soon. Okay. Good stuff. And I think it's ready for review. One thing that always annoyed me about GitHub pull request is you can't review your own PR. Like I can't, in a literal sense, review my changes. While I have you, Keith, I realize as someone who used to work at Microsoft, I realize the annoyance of going everywhere and having people complain to you about unrelated things in the same company. But sorry, but it's just such a weird limitation. Like, what if I like swap back and forth with someone else, or like what if I just want to go through my own process for reviewing? The fact that it's existed this long hints to me that there's some like legacy reason why I can't approve my own PR, but it would be really nice if I could. So look at these little visual bugs. Cute. Is this just always there now? Is this just a bug that exists? Surely that's not right. What? Let me disable my crap. Review changes. Yeah, what? I'm on 100% zoom. Wait. Yeah, what's go? Oh, it's my GIF for there it is. That's the edge case I knew. Because yeah, if the repo settings require approving PR in order to merge, can you then review your own PR? Yep. And then so now your integrations or collabs or whatever, your settings have to account for someone approving other than the author. Yeah. That's hard. Okay, so yeah, confirmed it's not a bug in GitHub. It's a bug in Refined. Not Refined. I'm using this little extension to add in GIFs. Add a little Drake there. Cool. All right, well, other than the fact that this code is ridiculous and it doesn't actually use the design system that it's attempting to imitate, I'm actually pretty pleased about this. I just have a lint spell check issue. PPM. God dang it, VS Code. Spelling. Also, did I miss anything? Are there other reasons why approving your own PR is difficult? Yeah. Let's add that to the C spell. Would be nice if you could have the like option to say I can approve my own, but then integration or the block merge is still there until someone else approves. Feature request. Cool. All right, just going back from the cop, I updated this comment to say, as a precaution, don't continue if there's no comment field to reply in. Thanks. Yeah, I used to work in Office on the web apps, and let me tell you, the feature requests we'd get for Word, which I didn't even work on, were some of the most personally hurtful things I've ever seen. All right, get soon is this like cute little utility function that does this repo have tests? I kind of want to test. It has validations. There's no need. I don't know if I'll still use this after a while. Get soon. Well, let me hear. I might as well. By the way, fancy schmancy TypeScript things. I'm gonna. My cursor's on get soon. I pressed Apple period on my keyboard. I'm gonna press the visual way to do this. Move to file. Enter new file path. Get soon. There we go. What just unfold? Oh my god! I moved everything to get soon. That's not what I wanted. I just wanted the get soon function. Oh, because I declared it inside the scope. So I thought I was talking about the entire thing. Okay. Move to a new file. There we go. getsoon.1.to. Because I already made the getsoon file. Not the most good clean usage of TypeScript ever, but it works. And then, of course, ESLint, the server, because the ESLint team won't give us the APIs we need. We have to restart ESLint server. There's a whole long reason why the ESLint language server needs to be restarted, that the APIs don't exist in ESLint to let it know. It's the whole thing. Anyway, so now I've extracted get soon to another thing, so I'm going to unit test. Love me some unit tests. Get soon.test.ts. All right. So describe get soon. The problem with just something like get soon is that now I have to mock out set timeout or pass in set timeout. So that's always a fun thing. Let's use it instead of test. Resolves when the getter returns value. I don't need like particularly thorough test here. Const result equals await get soon. Value. Const value. Expect value equals. Thanks so much for coming by, Keith. I appreciate it. Expect results to be value. And why is this complaining? Oh, because it's not a node. Can I just make a new node? At this point, I'm just testing. So node is not defined. Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna. I could use like vtest in like a global DOM environment or some such, but I don't really want to do that. Value. Well, let's call value node. New node ABC 1 2 3. Node list is not defined. Maybe I should vtest JS DOM or vtest DOM environment. How do you do that? Test environments. Happy DOM. So like back in my day it was JS DOM, but now we're using Happy DOM as an option instead of JS DOM. Focus on performance. Is there like a comparison? JS DOM. So it's much faster. Oh, okay. I'll try it. Okay. I'll try it out. Okay, so it's environment. Happy DOM. I'll give it a shot. Why the heck not? Vtest. Environment. Happy DOM. Start them tests again. Oh. PNPM add happy DOM D. I guess I could have just said yes I do, but whatever. PNPM test. Oh, does this mean I can just do new node? Yay! Nicely done, vtest. And happy DOM. I'm gonna have to look into a node list equals node list non-empty. So I'm gonna have to figure out how what do you do? Vtest does timing mocks. Node list dot. How do I add values? It's an iterable. Does node list have a constructor? Node lit. DOM create new node list. How do you do that? Oh boy. I guess I could like make a div. What is underscore create? Ugh. Ugh. What the heck is? Yeah, I'm just gonna create a div. HTML div elements. Call that a div. The append child new node. There you go. Problem solved. Okay. vtest mock timing. That's not quite what I wanted. Clock. Fake timers. That's what they use. Formerly known as Lalex. What a great package. Fake timers. There we go. Use. Okay, so v.use fake timers. Let's just go to the first place this is mentioned in the docs. Fine. v.use fake timers. Wait results. It rejects, return, never returns, never resolves with always returns null. So let's say result equals gets to null pending, and then let's say pending to rejects. What is it? Await expect pending rejects to equal something. I forget how to. I forget how to do this. Does anyone remember? Rejects. Expect rejects. Await expect thing that rejects to equal. Oh, it's just complaining to be. Okay. And it'll, so v dots, so like a, I feel like, run all ticks. Forget what all these do. It's been so long since I've used any of these. This will also, yep, that's what I wanted. Calls every microtask queued by process next tick, which I think should be like inclusive of set timeouts, and then also runs all microtasks. Unless, no, what I'm actually looking for is run all timers. That's what it is. All right. But actually, it's still not doing. Test timed out. What's actually happening in get soon? Let's have a console log I. 0, 1. What? 0, 0, 0, 1? It never tries the thing? Results. Awaiting. So yeah, we never actually get to, let me dot only this one. We never actually get to the, if you have an infinite interval, it'll throw out to 10,000 tries. Every time we're called during run all timers. How do I just want to like get all of them to run. Run all ticks. Awaiting 1. In the timeout. This is what always happens. I like get the thing working relatively reasonably soon, and then eventually something breaks. And I just like spend way too long working on it. And all timers, what if I do like several logs? Then await run all timers async. Do that several times. Oh! That looks like it worked. Let's, oh my god, it's an async thing. It's always an async thing. Okay, so it does throw the new error. That's great, that's great. Expected it to be error something, but actually it was element was never found. Nice, nice. Wait, so it is seeing that there's a rejection, but what's the actual complaint it's giving me? One unhandled error. Oh. How do I? Okay, so unhandled rejection. Pending equals await. Wait. But the pending, god dang it. So it's an unhandled rejection. The pending, we are awaiting. I'm so confused. Why is this? Why is it an unhandled rejection? Unhandled rejection not found. Oh, it's to be, but I want to equal. One passed, two skipped. You implemented dark mode, yay! Congrats. Rejects from the getter, always returns null. I'm confused as to how it is that this is floating, given that we are in fact asserting that the rejection is the thing we expected. Tailwind is pretty great. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and not unit test this. I don't want to spend my time here. It's... yeah. Add rudimentary happy path tests. Git push. Yeah. Yeah, in theory, if I could have gotten this to work quickly, I would have done it. But like, I'm gonna probably change how the thing does async handling. Anyway, I don't even like throwing errors in code. I like explicit handlers, Go style, whatever. Right. So this should be passing. This makes me happy. So yeah, I've been here about an hour 45 minutes. I think I'll do one more small thing. Not like switching to the right rep components from the design system, but I'll do something. Let's just wait for Markdown and spelling are good to go. Come on, Markdown, you got this. I don't know what the actions prepare thing is doing. One of them randomly will take a long time. I'm guessing it's like uploading for the cache or something. That would make sense. Come on. I know it's fine, but I do hate to click the button before. Anyway. Oh, dang it. Just saw Keith's comments. Oop. Dang it. Merged and then saw these comments. Thanks. Well, that's what I'm going to do next then. Filing a follow-up issue. All contributors. What's the emoji key for like someone being helpful? Oh, it's bright. All contributors website doesn't have dark mode for review. Yeah, add Keith for review. Yes, I'm going to file a follow-up issue. Tooling. Selector improvements following 166. Keith must, what a great username. Keith must posted a few comments and right about when I hit the merge button. I'll take those. This is why you always wait to merge, you know? Ba-ba-ba. All contributors automation. And in lieu of fully using the design system, a few cleanups suggested. Okay. Tooling selector improvements. Let's work on those. Going back to main. Medium build, watch. Get pulled, PMI, clear. Okay, so first up is the content script. TS, a more stable selector on line 99. Love it. No, not line 99. This thing. Must be outdated or something. I don't know why the line div is off. Instead of overlay body, et cetera, it would be overlay body.js save reply menu. That is much better. Yes. Oh, right. I should link the issue here. That is much nicer. Oof, look at that. Oh, yeah. Good. Modal dialogue, which probably won't change. Awesome. Again, different lines, so modal dialogue hash. Cool. Oh yeah, this to-do I left in code, but there's an issue about fixing things up. These are the sizes. Ooh, so I could say modal instead of that style and height. Class name, modal.class name. I'm just gonna add it for now. Plus modal.class list.add overlay -- size -x large. See if I need to like replace or remove or something. And x large is not known by the spell checker. Okie dokie. Let's get this sucker working. Save replies. Look at that. Is that built? Do I need a refresh? Feels too good to be true. Updating. Oh my god, did I leave in console logs? Ha! No, I didn't. Updating. Off. Updates. Come on, Refined Saved Replies. Come on, buddy. The hell is this crap? Why is this taking forever? Updating? What's on? Updated? Sometimes. Okay. Looks like it all worked. Nice. Modal dialog. Modal size medium instead of modal or overlay size medium, so I can remove that class. Is there a replace? Ah. I'm going to actually be cautious and explicitly add and remove. just in case it doesn't exist there already, or like this is running again on the same modal or something. Just to be sure. Actually, no, it should be fine, right? Because I'm only doing these modifications once. I'm appending appending a child anyway, so if it's happening multiple times, it looks weird anyway. Oh, I went the wrong way with this one. Place old with the new. Update? Updating? Okay. Yay, awesome. Look at that. Ooh, wait, is there a visual discrepancy there? Those have the nice hover, this one doesn't. This is fine. You know, I have the follow-up issue for using the design system anyway. So this is fine. Git checkout B. Yes, I'm going to push this PR up, get it merged, and then I'll go rate someone. So y'all should let me know who should we rate at the end of this. Selector cleanups, Keith. Chore use, or I'm going to call it a feature. Feet use better selectors as suggested. Selector cleanups, Keith. And if y'all have any other, I always forget to mention this. If y'all have any questions about things you want to talk about, open source, TypeScript, life, whatever, let me know. I'm always happy to chat. Yep, as suggested in comments by Keith. Thanks again. I'll just mark it ready. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. Oh, I wish I'd share this out with Keith here, but yeah. One cool thing from another GitHubber actually is this accessibility alt text bot that I added recently to all my repos. It's really nice. It's from GitHub, and Kendall Gassner is doing a lot of work on it. It lets you know if like you're missing alt text in your images. Good stuff. I want to more broadly. I want to add like a GitHub lint or something like that. Something that'll I don't know, like let you do that but more extensively, like lint issue descriptions and comments and stuff. But for now, happy. Yay. So this is good. Just have some PR dependencies. Oh yeah, you know what? Let me post that in the chat actually. And actually, I think I forgot to mention this online. PR with those cleanups. Actually, one thing, since I still have a little bit of time. There was an issue that I saw on the tracker. Before I submit this, actually, I'll do that last, submitting to the Chrome Web Store. There was an issue on the tracker for, I see someone commented there. I'll have to go later. What was it? Blocked? Oh, yeah. Parallelize API calls impossible. Marking blocked on use a different GitHub API. I'll just tackle this myself now. Actually, let me investigate. Because I feel like, yeah, what this issue is saying, issue 149. Let's pin that to the chat. 149 is saying there are two calls that happen right now that don't need to be in series. They could be in parallel for a little better performance. Yeah, like the repo's default branch and such versus the details of the repo. They don't actually need to be in series. Yeah, so I'm just going to do this now. And real quick, opening this old perf cleanup issue because it's been bugging me. Yeah, I didn't really, if someone was going to contribute, I would have rather they contribute to something more impactful, but because, I'm going to untag Keith for the sake of Keith's inbox. Because it's been bugging me, I'm just going to tackle now. Blocked. Accepting. Okay. Oops. Git pull. All right. So what's happening? We have two things that are firing off network requests at the same time. We have fetching the repository details from this. Then we have fetching the item being commented on from this. First of all, I see two .json as unknowns, so I'm just gonna fetch as JSON ts, make a new file there, support async function, fetch as JSON. What does fetch take in? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Args, parameters, type of fetch. Const request equals await fetch args. Const JSON equals await fetch or request.json. Wait, what does fetch return a request or response? There it is. And then I guess I can just return this thing, await this thing, .json as unknown. There, that's all I need to do. It's just like a real quick little utility. Wait, fetches JSON. Pull that from there. Equals await fetches JSON. Just to clean up the code a little bit. All right, that makes it easier to deal with. Now default branch. Yeah, that's not used till later. So I'm gonna say let's move these up here. So we have repository details and details being fetched at the same time. So let's await promise.all. Fetch JSON and fetch as JSON. Just confirming I got the order right. Yes, we want that. I got it wrong. We fetch the REST APIs, JSON descriptions of the item and the repositories details. Why is it called details and repositories details? That's confusing naming. Is repository details? That's like actually what I call it. I'm gonna call this repository info. Repository settings. That's what it really is on GitHub. It's repository settings. All right. Details, repository settings. And I'm going to call this item details. Yeah. And now I get to, this is the problem with putting comments with item numbers in them. I have to decrement them all. 5. Yes, so that's good. Fetch the REST APIs, JSON descriptions of the item, and repository settings. And the repository settings, whatever. Somewhere I have a description of what's actually being done. Well, I guess this is the only place that describes that. Okay. So that's a nice little cleanup. Should still be building. Yes. Let's see if it still works. Update the extension. Oh, who thumbs up? Luis Estevez! Hello. Yep, seems to still work. So that makes me happy. HRB, parallel, JSON calls, chore, or feat, because it is a feature, it's performance. Is there a curious perf? It's no emoji key. Conventional. Is there a conventional commits thing for perf? Types other than fix and feat. Let's see if perf works actually. Perf, fetch JSON API, call or send, run JSON API, fetches in parallel to the That's not the Chrome window I wanted that in. See if my conventional commit enforcer friend tooling works on this one. Yay. So actually I'll just send it. Uses promise.all and a new fetch as JSON helper to clean up the code a bit and run the two requests in parallel rather than in series. So let's look at the files after I post in the chat and online. Quick little PR for perf. Yep. Actually, let me just look at the code real quick. Make sure I cleaned up stuff after those as well. I'll just move this down here. Don't need it to be separate. Cool. Ooh, what's this? Yep. Add all, commit M, little cleanup. Just grouping the lines together. Four, six, call it item details instead of details. I feel like that's a little more clear. Repository settings instead of details. Nice. This makes me happy. I am pleased. Past the first build. Code cov apparently is going down because missing or something. Differs from the okay, code cov is confused. That's fine, whatever. We'll just mark this as ready because everything else passed. I'm not actually changing code coverage much. I guess I could code coverage my fetch wrapper, but I'm not going to do that. All right. This makes me happy. I got only 7 open issues now. Only 5 PRs. Let's look at this issue, actually. Let's triage this issue. Or triage this response to the issue. Hi, can I work on this? I should honestly make myself a personal save reply for this one. But I don't know what the phrasing is going to be. I'll have to think about that one. So, this is like generally how to respond to these types of comments for asking. I don't use any kind of issue claiming system. And then I will go back to main. Oops. Check out main, get pull. and this is true, in the development docs, I have a whole explanation here. Actually, I'm just going to open this on the GitHub viewer so I can just quickly get the issue claiming little link there. If you've got a PR, if you've got code changes ready, then if you've got code changes you'd like to send in for review, then please do. I'd suggest reading through. This is like kind of passive aggressive on my end, and I don't like that, but I don't know of a less kind of way to say it. I suggest reading through those contributing docs and the dev docs. Development docs linked to in them. They'll answer a lot of common questions about getting started and contributing. For this issue in particular, I'm not too picky on the visualization of the complaints. So if you're not sure whether something is right, then go ahead and send it, and we can always take a look. Cool. Issue comment triaged. Responded to an issue comment too. All right, that's all that I really have time for today and energy. I've already gone over the time I normally spend. It's been 2 hours and 6 minutes. So with that, the last thing to do is find someone to raid. And I see there are quite a few channels streaming. Look at this, all these people, all great options. And I normally just go with the fewest current number of viewers. So we're going to raid TypeScript Tea Time. But this was, actually, before I do that, I'm just going to post my info. This was an absolute pleasure. Thanks, everyone, for coming in. Both those who chatted, all of you, you're great. And those who just lurked, that's always a happy, fine thing, too. I'm Josh. I work in TypeScript open source land, not on the TypeScript team, just in projects around it. The most notable project I do is TypeScript ESLint. Tooling lets you run standard JavaScript tools such as ESLint and Prettier on TypeScript code. If y'all could sponsor me, that's always appreciated because I'm a full-time independent open source maintainer. I rely on money and good vibes from the community to work. Also, I wrote a book, Learning TypeScript. So if you want to learn TypeScript, hit me up. I think it's a pretty good option. Anyway, plan on streaming again in a couple days, a few hours earlier. And in the meantime, let's go raid TypeScript Tea Time. So this has been a pleasure. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, everyone.